Thank you, Brad. 8:37 here this morning at WHO. Van and Erin in the morning. Erin Kiernan filling in for Bonnie Lucas this morning. And been fun to have you here. And now you said you're starting to... So that coffee only lasts so long.
Yeah, I'm beginning to hit the wall a little bit. So I think there is a nap in my future before I go to work at 1:30.
I know.
And today I thought, they might send a TV camera. So still wearing a hat, but also lipstick and mascara.
Well, and then as if that weren't enough, now we got Danny Bishop, our webmaster,
Your web
in here
guy.
taking video of you as you're helping out here today.
This is crazy. Well, it doesn't happen often.
We've had a lot of nice phone calls.
I don't see 5 a.m. very often.
A lot of your fans have called up and
that's nice.
have been very complimentary today.
Good.
So thank you for stepping outside what you normally do and helping us out here today.
It's my pleasure. It's fun.
8:50 here this morning at WHO. Erin Kiernan, our designated Bonnie this morning. I've often wondered, what do you do between, you got a newscast at 5, you got one at 6, and then you got one at 10. What do you do at 6:30 when you're done with the 6 o'clock news before 10 o'clock?
Well, it varies. Oftentimes, I'll have stories that I'm working on. So I'll be doing what we call logging tape, and that is looking at tape that we've shot for the story, and then you need to write down what we call time code, which is the number point on the tape where different sound bites are and video is and those sorts of things. So those are things that have to go in scripts, and a lot of times in the evening is the only time we have enough edit bays open to do that. So maybe I'll be doing that or doing some writing. Tonight I'll be doing some writing because I'm actually doing an interview at 2 o'clock this afternoon when I first go into work, and then I'll be turning that story for 5, 6, and 10. Other nights, there may not be much going on, and so I'll go have dinner with Michael, and yeah, it just varies. You never know. That's the great thing about news.
Is it unusual that on your 5 o'clock news you have 2 female anchor people?
Yes. In fact, it's quite groundbreaking. I think, and if someone knows differently, please correct me, but I think the fact that Sonia Heidt-Susan and me do the 5 o'clock news together is the first time there's ever been a female pairing in the Des Moines market.
I've seen some fill-ins like that maybe,
Right.
but I've never seen a permanent thing like that. Then you TV people got all the stuff going on now. It's 2008. Now Channel 13 is doing the news for Channel 17.
Yes.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. We joke around, and I'll say it wrong, but, the Fox... Oh, no, wait, it's not Fox 17 anymore. Is it? Or is it still Fox 17, News at 9 on Channel 13 or Channel 13 on Fox 17?
And your people
I don't know
do
how
it.
You say it. Yeah. So Ed Wilson and Keith Murphy do weather and sports for it, and then Lynn Melling is the anchor for it.
That's something. I mean,
it is.
It's
another
I don't know
hour.
So what's the business operation behind that? Did the 17 people call 13 or 13 called them? Or how did these things happen?
I don't know. And, it's
better that way?
Yes. It's best that I'm just in the dark.
I don't think our city councilman's going to make it on the phone here today. He's got about 2 minutes to call.
As I mentioned, things are interesting at our house this morning. We're
getting ripping up things and putting new heating and cooling in?
new heating and cooling unit going in, and it's an old house. And
well, you run into stuff I know because I've lived in an old house. You run into things you never expected, and they never underestimate the estimates.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, it's painful. As I said, it makes me feel a little bit nauseous talking about the money. So let's just move on.
It is expensive, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Now, did you have any role models when you got into this business?
Oh, of course. People always just, assume that the role models will be female, and that's true. Where I grew up in Nebraska, it's so far north and west, we get Denver news there.
Really?
Which is a great product. They do a fantastic job. It's one of the best news markets in the country. And there's a woman who works at the NBC station there named Adele Arakawa, who's the main anchor. And I always loved watching her, thought she did a great job. So, she was somebody I watched and thought, man, that just looks like a neat job. I would love to do that. Grew up watching Jane Pauley on the Today Show.
You would be good at the Today Show.
I would love it. And it doesn't start at 5 in the morning. It starts at 7 in the morning. Maybe I could handle that, Van.
Well, I've thought about that before because, we watch the Today Show. We never hear it.
Right, you get the
But we
closed
watch it,
captioning.
yeah.
Do you ever find that you're supposed to be talking on the air here, but you're reading that closed captioning and
We've
you get a little
multitasked a few times. Yeah.
get that brain scramble
Yeah.
going on?
I was telling her earlier, it's especially fun when, since we have closed captioning on there, sometimes they don't shut the closed captioning off. And it goes into another commercial. And John McCain was endorsing the weirdest things the other day on there because that hadn't gone away yet.
It's always a little behind what's actually on the TV screen.
Now, when you do the news, is there a voice recognition system that does that, or is somebody actually typing that in?
That's a good question. I don't know about that. See, there are all sorts of things that I don't know about.
Well,
Not my
you're
area.
Not in every department. That's
Thank
right.
goodness.
Yeah.
Things would be really messed up if I was.
Well, you're going to be back. So you're doing 5, 6, and 10 tonight.
You got it.
Wow. Thanks so much for giving up your time to come do this.
This has
and
been
thank
a joy.
you to, I don't know who it was, your boss or Tim Gardner or somebody that got you off of work last night so you could at least get to bed a little bit earlier.
Tim Gardner, our promotions department, and my news director, Rod Peterson, they both said, go do this.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That's great.